Hello, welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Crazy Boy. Today is a video request on how to make a healing conjure ball and also a fairy conjure ball. First off with the fairy conjure ball, I will not be showing the actual spellcraft on video because that actual ritual or spellcraft is very personal to me. But I will talk about the ingredients. I will talk you through it a little bit about it or the instructions. But also, I will also show like the ending product, so y'all kind of have an idea of what yours can look like. Of course, you can also put your own spin on it as well. But the one I am going to talk about and show y'all how to do is going to be the healing conjure ball. The healing conjure ball I use mainly for people who are depressed, people who are sick, who need a little bit of healing. Of course, I make no claims that this will actually heal the person. But I do like the idea of sending all the energies you can, burying this at their house, or placing it near them, maybe in the hospital, or telling them what it's used for. I believe that having those energies around them will just help them heal just a little bit more. So it's always a good idea to make one of these. So the first ingredient is going to be, of course, the wax. The wax color I'm going to be using is white. Sometimes I also use green or light green wax. The reason for that is, for me personally, whenever I'm going to heal somebody with any kind of energies, what's in my mind or what I use is the color green. I don't know why. I'll imagine that there's like a green light going towards the element of what's wrong. If they have a headache, it's going towards their head. If they're having their feet hurt or their hands hurt, I'll imagine that it's going towards the feet or the hands. And also too, the color green is also the color of the heart chakra. So that to me, that just to me it just means healing. So that's what I use. Of course, whatever color you feel is healing, go ahead and use that color of wax. And the next thing I'm going to be talking about are the ingredients and why these ingredients are used. So when you are grinding them up, and that's another thing too, I recommend you grind up the ingredients. When you're grinding them, you know what intent to put inside the herbs when you're grinding them, and also in a clockwise manner. We want this healing for the future. Okay, so the first thing is, of course, is the lavender. Lavender is the anti-herb, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antibacterial. This herb, when you are grinding it, you want the intent of, this is the herb and its properties going straight towards the ailment, whether they have or they're having heart problems, or they have a headache, or anything like that, anything that's it's like physically hurting them. That's where this herb is going to go and hopefully heal it, or help it out. The next ingredient is hyssop. I'm not sorry, not hyssop, hibiscus. Hibiscus, to me, or that I've seen, it's used for lust and it's also used for love. But when you are grinding it, you should put the intent inside the herb that you are putting the love inside this conjure ball to heal that person. The love you have for the person is going to heal the person. The love you have for yourself, that this conjure ball is made for yourself, is going to heal you. So that's the other thing. That's the intent you should have with that. The third ingredient is life everlasting. Now this ingredient was very hard to find. I only found it in like one store online, and they don't sell it anymore, and I have like just a little jar of it. So the herb is called life everlasting. This herb can actually be drunk in a tea. Actually, all three of these herbs, they actually can be infused with boiling water and actually can be a drinkable tea. It's said that it can be drunken every day, but I personally drink it only when I feel under the weather or when I feel that I'm getting sick. Another thing is also, if this healing conjure ball is being made for someone, I also recommend that you put something of that person inside the conjure ball itself. So I'm just going to start off the conjure ball. Now there's already a pinch of the herbs already inside the wax. I already did that beforehand. You can see there's like already a color in the wax already. So when you are messing with the wax and you are kneading the wax and everything, the intent you want, of course, is all the energies that that relate towards healing are going into this conjure ball for that person or for yourself. If it is for yourself, you can actually imagine that the sickness you have is going inside the conjure ball, and for the other person, you know, for them as well, that those ailments that are ailing them are going inside the conjure ball itself as well. You can think that as well. But of course, you can also think too of you getting better or the other person getting better. You can also think of that as well. So, all right, this one. First ingredient, lavender. The hibiscus, or the hibiscus. And of course, the last ingredient that should go in here, or be layered on the conjure ball, should be the life everlasting. So yeah, so there you go, your healing conjure ball. Alright, the next thing I'll be talking about is the ingredients of the fairy conjure ball and the end results of it, okay? Hello, and these are the ingredients that are going to be going inside the fairy conjure ball. The only reason why I even know about these ingredients are actually from a very wonderful lady that used to live in San Antonio, but she doesn't live here anymore. She actually was from New York, and she actually came all the way from Russia. She told me that she has a grandmother who is who's like a gypsy, and that gypsies, they really did a lot of fairy magic, which I didn't know about that. So I was very impressed that, you know, she knew a little bit about the fairies and something about the 13 fairies. I mean, that's what she told me that to pray to, especially in May. And I'll also be doing a video in May about the whole fairy magic thing. So these are the ingredients that are going to be going inside the conjure ball. The first ingredient, of course, is the wax itself. Use a wax that is, you know, a color you feel that a fairy would like, or what you think. For me, it's purple and pink. The next ingredient that you will be adding to the melting wax will be 1 drop of honey, and also a little pinch of fairy dust. These next ingredients do not need to be added into the melting wax, mainly because I think the hot wax would probably do something to them. So it's just best to just put them in when the wax is cooling off just a little bit and you're starting to need the wax. The second ingredient that will be going in here, or the third, will be foxglove. Foxglove is associated with the fairies. It's a very beautiful, beautiful flower. It like grows in lawn stalks. Here I have yellow foxglove. It's very rare in Texas because foxglove loves cold weather. And if anybody has any, you know, please send it my way, because yeah, I really can't find it anywhere. The second ingredient would be dried fruit. Will also be going inside the fairy conjure ball as well. Okay, so I'll be showing the finished product afterwards. Okay. So here is the finished product. This fairy conjure ball actually has wings, and it actually has like some wax on the wings themselves, and of course there's the glitter, and right there you can see some of the fruit pieces that are in it. Here's another one that can also be very plain. It doesn't have to be very fancy. So yeah, so there you go. Here is my fairy conjure ball. Alright, thank y'all for watching, and blessed be.